Hi, this is Tina with Wilton Live. We're here on Wilton Drive for the Community for Unity rally where Hillary Clinton just spoke. Now let's talk to the local community about this election. How important is it to you that a major presidential candidate is speaking directly to the LGBT community directly in your backyard?
I think it's major today in today's society because when I was born, this is something that was like totally unheard of. But now we have the freedom to be who we are, to speak, and also we live in a country now where we can actually get married to each other.
It is off the charts. It is one of the most important things she could have done. She really touched home with so many points that she talked about today. You felt like she was in your corner 1,000% before, and it was amplified to 1,000,000% today.
I think it's very important. I think it's great that she's reaching out to people here in South Florida where we really have a major say in this year's election.
I think it's important, but I have a lot of issues with Hillary, especially with her saying that she's so for gay marriage, and in 2004 she was totally against it. I believe she's a total liar. She'll say whatever she needs for votes.
Well, who are you voting for in this presidential cycle?
Oh, I'm with her. I don't even have to call her name. I'm with her.
Yes, I voted today, and I'm with her.
I'm actually a registered Republican, and I am definitely, my vote goes to Hillary. It's clearly a vote on morality.
Who are you voting for in this election?
Donald Trump.
I was not going to vote. I didn't want to vote because of the debates, and it was all about each other. It wasn't about anything about the election.
You know, I keep trying to look for something, to hear something that's going to make a difference in my middle class life. And all I hear is this name calling and this bickering back and forth like two little teenage girls.
Has the recent news that the FBI investigation was reopened impacted your decision at all?
Let me quote someone who I respect a lot, Senator Bernie Sanders. I'm so tired of the goddamn emails.
Not at all. I was voting for her to begin with, and I think it was just October surprise ploy, and they waited to the very end to do it.
Has the recent news that the FBI investigation was reopened impacted your decision at all?
No, because I never trusted her from day one. I mean, she's just been lying all along about, these emails and what she's going to do and so forth, and nothing's been done. It's just going to be a carryover from Obama where people are living in poverty and nothing's being done.
No, I think that politicians are politicians and they have to do what they have to do to be politicians. But I think that it's a little bit ridiculous and kind of like an old-fashioned lynch mob that's going after Hillary with some of the conservatives, and it's really unfair.
You know, with Hillary, she's done some stuff that maybe she didn't have great thought behind, but I don't think it was malicious.
What important issues to you have been discussed?
Women's rights, marriage equality, working in the military, being allowed to be open in the military and having the same rights.
One of the things that really makes me is family issues. I do not have a family. My family, I've discarded them, and they discarded me years ago. I moved to Florida 7 years ago. This is my family. You have a family you're born into and a family you choose.
Okay, so I got to go vote. Historically, I vote Democrat. But there's a part of me that wants to vote for Trump, but it scares me because I don't trust him.
You know, you hear Trump say, ask the gays, they love me. No, I haven't met one person in the LGBTQ community say that they support Trump.
I think that healthcare is very important, and I believe in equal pay for equal work in this country. I think it's time to end abuse of women and children on every level, including sexual harassment in the workplace. I think all of those issues really speak to me. 65% of Americans have less than $1,000 to their name in savings. Earning an MBA today will make you $40,000 to $50,000 per year. People are really having a tough time today in America surviving.
Right now, I would say the economy. The economy is number one by me being a business owner. The economy is number one. Education is number two, because you look at our younger generation now, they really don't have a whole lot of hope. So we need to make sure that we are providing a healthy economy, so therefore our younger generation who's been educated will come out, they will have meaningful jobs, and they will have meaningful careers, and also too, they can live the American dream.
I'm so torn as to which way to go, not for fear of which way to go, because it's one little vote. I'm just so afraid that Donald has not, and he's had all of this time to show us what he would be as a leader. And what does he do? He makes fun of people. He does this. He does things that a 3-year-old would do, instead of showing me what he would do for me as a president.
One thing that she said, like my work, my job is everything to me. That's everything. I was a server for a long time and I became a restaurant manager. And what she's willing to do and what she said is that, sometimes you don't need, sometimes people are just loved for who they are, not what they've been through.
Has the negative tone of this election cycle made you more or less engaged in the process?
Oh, it's made me more engaged. It has absolutely just fired me up beyond words. I was fired up for Obama. I really like Bernie Sanders, but Secretary Clinton has hit a home run times 10.
I've never really wished for an election to be over. I want this to end. It needs to stop, because it's not only are we wasting time, money, it's just fueling a lot of hatred. And you could actually see that in the few Trump supporters that were out there. You could see hate. It was just negativity.
In the beginning of this election, there were 12 or 13 candidates on the Republican side, and he was the winner. And I think he's going to definitely win this election. I think most Americans are really fed up what's happened to this great country.
I'm really, really disappointed in all the negative mudslinging and back and forth that has been taking place in this election. I think it's really kind of sad that it's come down to this and that it's turned into a reality TV show kind of a mentality. Has it gotten me more engaged? Maybe, but is it a good thing? I don't know.